Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Going to be doing it a bit different for this video. My iPad seems to be playing up. Got a charging issue with it. Just moved house, so my laptop and everything's not in order. So listen, I'm just going to do it off my phone. The landscape of boxing right now, right? Landscape of boxing. Keyshawn Davis just got a knockout. Talking about calling out Tank Davis. Tank doesn't like to be called out by fighters, so Keyshawn's a bit careful about how he calls him out. What's going on in the boxing world? What is going on in 2024, and what is going on in the boxing world in 2024, where a fighter who claims to be an A-side doesn't want to be called out by willing contenders? It's crazy, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna move on from that one now. Anyway, so look, Anthony Joshua won't be taking this rematch, right? He's looking to wait for the Tyson Fury versus Usyk rematch to happen. Should Alexander Usyk win that fight, I'm sure there'll be a fight. Well, people will be talking about a Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. If Fury wins it, I don't think a lot of people will be calling for an Anthony Joshua versus Fury. There'll be more saying, how about a Dubois versus Fury? I think Fury's called Dubois out, saying if I win, well, he says he's gonna win. He wants to fight Dubois next, and that fight can get made very easily because they're both under the banner of Frank Warren and Queensberry Promotions, right? So we're gonna move on. Stay in the heavyweight division. Deontay the bronze bomber Wilder has come out with another outrageous statement again, right? Rewinding the golden years of 2018, 19, 20, 2021, 2022, when Deontay Wilder was coming out with the most excuses, right? The most excuses. Deontay Wilder lays another one on us, right? He didn't actually say this. I was going to come out with saying the reason why he lost the two fights against Joseph Parker and against Zhilei Zhang was because he had a broken arm. Now, that's what I would have said a few years back just to gain some views, you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you've got to put a caption, a headline there, you know. But what Wilder came out and said, right, was he fought with a broken arm in those two fights and wasn't aware of it because he has a high tolerance for pain. Now, he said he thought it was an old injury. Now, listen, to give Deontay Wilder the benefit of the doubt, listen, when you're getting on a bit, like I'm in my 40s now, so it's my birthday the other day, so I'm getting more on the other side than I am on the 40s side, so you can feel it, like old injuries sometimes, you know, old injuries and a little sore, you get little sore joints that can play up sometimes. You sometimes won't realise you've got a bigger injury than what you think. You could just think it's an old war wound. But having a broken arm when you're a boxer, having to hit pads, spar, hit the heavy bag, stuff like that, press-ups, power push-ups and stuff like that, I'm sure you got to recognise, like, if it was a break, let's say it was a compound fracture or something like that, there's no way you're going to be going into a fight with a broken arm. Like, no way, man. I'm sure the checks that you receive before you get into the fight will probably pick something up. If not, surely when you're training, you'll be like, something is wrong with my arm. I need to check it out. There's no way you can get through two fights and two fight camps and not know that your arm's broken. Deontay Wilder channels haven't responded, haven't made any content on this. But I'll be watching to see if they are. To see if they are putting out any content. I'll be interested to hear what they have to say. So we're going to move on now. We're going to move down a few divisions. We're going to go to the 147-pound division where Jerome Boots Innes fought Karen Chakakazian. Hopefully I say his name correctly. And Karen put in a good performance. Although Boots won the fight, and I will say Boots won the fight, no doubt that Boots won the fight, but Karen stuck it on Boots. Boots was telling us all he was going to get a knockout. Right? We didn't see nothing of the sort. We saw Boots look like he struggled in that fight. And there were certain content creators claiming to be managers. I'm not sure about his credentials that much, but He just seems to me like a smarter blue blood, to tell you the truth. But anyway, look. Manager Marty came out and made a video, and he said that he believes that Karen's performance was enhanced. He's made a video about it. I've watched it and everything like that. But, it doesn't really... He's just saying he's going on his intuition, basically. But he's not giving us a proper breakdown on what he saw and what Karen did differently to make him believe that Karen was enhanced. But now he's trying to... I think people come at him in the comments, and now he's trying to distance and steer the narrative away from PEDs. But anyway, look, Karen put up a good performance. A lot of people are saying, and myself are saying, that Jerome Boots Innes is not ready for Terence Crawford right now. When I say right now, I don't think he will ever be ready, because by the time, if he does get to that point, Terence Crawford would probably retired by then. So we got Brian Norman Jr., who came on to Coach Malachi's podcast on his channel live yesterday, and he spoke extensively how he believes that Jerome Boots Innes is food for his son. All right, they've had a few sparring sessions, and Brian Norman believes his son has got the beating of Jerome Boots Innes. That's a fight that I'd like to see. He's trying to hype it up. We've got the two dads there, Bozy Innes, Brian Norman Jr., those two can go at it, and then Brian Norman Jr. and Boots can go at it. I think that makes for a good fight. That would be a good fight. I don't think they want it in Philly, though. This is the thing. Jerome Boots Innes does well in Philly, where he's from. Brian Norman, I'm not sure where he's from. Is it Texas? I'm not sure anyway. Maybe I'm mistaken. But they want it in Vegas. But the thing is, it's not big enough for Vegas yet. Until they build up the fight or build up those fighters' profiles, that's not a Vegas fight. But definitely they could go to Philadelphia for that. And I think it'll do well. The Wells and Fargo Center, is it the Philadelphia Spectrum? I'm not sure if it's the same stadium. The Spectrum. I remember the Spectrum, man. That's got like big history behind it in Philadelphia. Big fights have taken place in it. Also, the Rocky films, they staged the Rocky. Was it Rocky 1 or Rocky 2 in there? Yeah. Anyway, look. This is the landscape of boxing right now. I can't think of much more. Daniel Dubois got a voluntary defense. He's gonna have to pick somebody. I'd like to see Joseph Parker take that fight. They're talking about Bacoli versus Ajit Caballel. That's being spoken about, and I've heard no more news on that. Conor Benn, again, shrouded in controversy. They say that he's innocent now and he's been cleared, but then, there are a few people that are nitpicking and pulling out little small prints and saying, no, it's not totally done. I'll tell you the truth, and I'll be real honest with you. I haven't listened to not one Conor Benn video since I've seen it come out. I haven't listened. I've just been looking at the titles, but I haven't listened to anybody's content on the whole thing, because I can clearly see it's not over. Until I see Conor Benn schedule a fight in the UK, right? That's when I'm right, it's over now, and I'll have a look at the whole thing that's gone on. But till then, I can't be bothered with it, really. It's just long. Like, Conor's, I don't know what to say. Listen, I've moved 3 times, well, twice, I've moved twice in between the time. Moved house twice in between the time that Conor Benn has tested positive. So that goes to show, how long this has been going on for. It's crazy. He's got to put it to bed now. He's got to put this one to bed now. Serve his time. If he's not served it already, I'd say he's served it already. He hasn't fought in England. He fought in America, okay. But he's only had one fight, I believe. I believe one fight, if not 2 fights. 1, maybe 2 fights. And in the space of 4 years, that's not great. So I think he served his time now for whatever it is. Check him out. Make sure he's clean. You know what I mean? And we can get Conor Benn fighting in the UK. I'm not really too big on the Eubank fight. I'd rather see him fight at 147. Obviously, he's with Matchroom. Jerome Boots Innes is at 147. If he wants that fight, he can have it. What's going to move on? I was going to say Ryan Garcia still suspended. Tank Davis hints at a possible rematch between the two guys. Also, there's talk about Teofimo Lopez versus Ryan Garcia. That's being talked about as well. Devin Haney's being frozen out of the picture when it comes to those two guys. And now the Devin Haney fans are saying that Ryan's ducked the rematch. Well, I think Devon needs to get himself a fight. Stop chatting on Twitter and trying to, you know, I don't know, trying to get his fans to degrade other fighters like he did with Regis Prograis the other day. Just get yourself a fight, Devon. You know, listen, people are going to be interested in seeing what Devon has to offer, right? People are going to be very interested because after he took that beating, absolute shellacking by Ryan Garcia, people are going to see what's left. They'd want to see him in there with a live opponent. But to tell you the truth, after the performance, after the beating he took from Ryan Garcia, I wouldn't fault Devon for taking a little easy touch and, you know, a little warm up fight. I wouldn't knock him for that. In fact, I'd like to see him in a warm up fight first to get his bearings back, get his confidence back, and then we could possibly see him move on and take on someone like, you know, Liam Paro, Sabriel Matias, Tio, Fima Lopez, maybe the rematch with Ryan, if Ryan wants it. And maybe if they want the Tank fight. I don't know if Tank's going to want to move up to 140. I don't know how long Devon's going to stay at 140 or if he's even going to come back to 140. He looks like he might be moving to 147. And then, well, look, if he moves to 147, that's going to pose a few problems as well because it's 7 pounds north. Those guys are a lot bigger and they hit a lot harder. That's all I'm going to say. We saw what Ryan Garcia did to Devon at 140, and I think Ryan Garcia's past that. I don't think Ryan Garcia can fight at 140 anymore. He's like a 147 pound fighter, and we've seen what a 147 pound fighter could do to Devon Haney. But anyway, look, enough said. I ain't got much more to say. Can't think of much more. This is off the cuff. Yeah, look, do us a favour, smash the like button and hit the bell for notifications to get all the new latest videos.